Hey everybody, Nerd Transformed here again, and today I have the Mighty Morphin the Movie Legacy Red Ranger. Now, I guess this was released alongside some of the other Legacy figures, like the Megazords and the Dragon Zord and all that. And basically the whole idea about this figure is that it's heavily based on the movie that came out in '95, and it has very closely trying to replicate the original suit as much as possible. Starting with the box, you see Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie is kind of trying to replicate that 90s toy box look, kind of like what the Dragon Zord box did, and it does a pretty good job. It does very much look like a 90s Power Ranger box with its weird shape and the colors and everything. So that's cool. You did not see that. Yeah, sorry about my lighting. I'm still kind of working on it. There we go. So, the actual figure. You see he's got a lot of nice detail. Painted all around. So you can even see the silver teeth along his visor to show the T-Rex teeth. Very nice. Most of the paint is just red and white on the arms and legs. But he does have some nice paint on the belt buckle for the red, gold, and silver for his morpher. And his symbol is also gold. He's also got white there. And since this is based off the movie suit, he does not have the extra triangles on the side. He just has the center diamond shape. But he does have two white diamonds painted on the back, and the belt is painted all the way around. So he has a lot of nice paint and details. You can also see, even if it's not painted, he does have padding on his hands like he did in the movie. You can also see his elbows have that kind of coiled look for his suit that in the movie his suit had in order to move properly. Same on the shoulders here. And he's got armored bits on top of the shoulders. His legs are armored, his chest is definitely armored. So, all very nice little details. Very nicely sculpted figure. I believe he's 5 inches tall for some size comparisons. Just to get a good idea of how he looks. There's a Lightspeed Rescue figure. Generations Nightbeat. And let's go with the 2010 Megazord, just to give you a good idea of how big he is. So yeah, he's kind of short, but I like how he has very human proportions. If you want to know what I mean, this Lightspeed Rescue figure is kind of like how all Power Rangers figures have been for years. Even in the 90s, they were kind of this bulky look, just didn't have the muscle sculpt. Meanwhile, the Red Ranger here has a lot more of a human in an armor suit kind of look. As you can see, he's not all bulked out, he's not all muscular, he just has armor on. He looks like a human wearing light armor. More body armor of some kind. So I really like that. He has he looks very much like a human in armor. He doesn't look like some muscular Hulk thing. He also has very good articulation for a Power Rangers figure. A lot of them just kind of had shoulders couldn't go outward, and no elbow, just like a swivel with a bent sculpted in. And the head wasn't ball jointed, it was always just swivel. And the legs, some of the legs are usually alright, but he has a lot more. For one thing, his head is actually ball jointed, so he can actually look up and down, which is very nice. His arms are actually hinged to go outward. They can only go out this far due to the armor, but it is nice they can actually go outward. But it can swivel fully around. Elbow. No swivel on the elbow, but he does have ball jointed hands. Not hugely ball jointed, but enough that you can get some movement out of them. And they of course swivel all the way around, and they can kind of move a little bit on the ball joint. Enough at the waist. Legs are on hinge and swivel, so you can get plenty of movement out of that. Oop. And yeah, that is one problem with the ball jointed hands. They are a very small stem and ball joint, so they do pop off very easily. Looks like he's got a bloody stump. Ah, my hand! My hand! There, now you're Luke Skywalker. Hinge and swivel, like I said. He does have a hinge at the knee. My only real complaint with it is just that this is a personal thing. His kneecap is here, but when he bends his knee, his kneecap still stays in that place. Meanwhile, most figures have it like this, where the kneecap stays in front of the knee. It's just a weird thing. It looks a little odd to me, but it doesn't actually affect his posability, it's just a personal thing. His boot does swivel, which is pretty nice. You can get his foot in different poses. And here's the really nice thing. His feet are ball jointed. Now, due to how the ball joint's put in, once again, they pop off like the hands, but not quite as easily, but you can easily make his foot pop off. But due to how it's sculpted in there with this kind of like sharp edge, the ball joint can't go forward and back too much, and can do it a little bit, but it's mostly for the side movement, giving him a much wider stance for certain poses. Granted, I'm not too good at posing figures. I usually just have them standing still because I'm just not good at posing them, but you can use the ankle rockers to get his legs a little wider out. Yeah, there we go. And of course the swivels can play into that and all that good stuff. So he's got a lot of nice articulation for a Power Rangers figure. A lot more than, this. Brr. He does have some accessories too. One of them is, from what I've seen, all the Rangers come with this. It's this. A little gun thing with its sheath. It also pegs right to the side of his belt here. Yeah. Come on. It's very tight for some reason. Here, let's take the weapon out of it first, and that might look easier. There we go. Yeah, it might be easier to take the weapon out. And yes, the weapon is removable. And his hands are sculpted where he can hold it. I haven't seen the movie or the show in years, so I forget what this weapon's supposed to be. But by the looks of it, it's like some kind of taser thing. I'm not sure. I think it's like a taser weapon. Not sure. Don't quote me on that. It might be like a laser sword. Like I said, have not watched the movie or show in years. But yeah, it stores in his pocket just fine. And if you want to sit in just right, make sure the black line's pointing outward. And from what I've seen, all the Rangers come with a second accessory. I'm not sure what all the other Rangers come with, though. I know White Ranger comes with his sword. The Pink Ranger comes with a whip. I'm not sure what the Blue, Black, and Yellow Ranger comes with. I can't seem to find out what they are. But for Red Ranger, he comes with a second helmet. And if you've seen the movie, he has this special helmet that's basically like heat vision, or not heat vision, but thermal vision. Basically, he's able to see stuff in the dark based on their heat signatures, or something like that. It might be X-ray. So you just take the head off the ball joint, and this is the worrying part because it is very tight on there, and I'm worried there we go. You can see it's a pretty big ball joint, and it's pretty tight squeeze on there, so I'm worried I'm going to break the head or the ball joint at some point. If you're worried about it too, just run it under some hot water, or get a hairdryer with some heat on it, and that should help it to loosen up enough to fit on there easier. But you can put this head on, and it fits just fine. Same articulation as the other one, ball jointed, so it moves around. And it's a pretty nice look. I mean, this is the movie figure, so it's pretty nice to actually have an accessory. It's from the movie exclusively, along with the armored look. The main reason I'm kind of reviewing this figure now, and yeah, it comes off. If you want to get a better look at that, pretty nicely painted. It looks like the rest of it's the same sculpt as the normal head, just with a silver, black, and red visor here. You can even see the little red in the middle to show where it's scanning. So that's a pretty nice little accessory, actually. I personally won't display him with that head, but it's very much appreciated to have something to go with him. Like I said, my only thing I'm worried about is that head ball joint's gonna break. But yeah, that's the movie Red, like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie Legacy Red Ranger. He's a pretty nice figure. I honestly am excited to get the rest of them, so where I can have all 6 of them next to each other. The only other figure I've seen in person is the Ivan Ooze, and that one looks kind of like crap, but this one's very nice. If you find any of the Rangers, I would recommend picking them up. If the rest of them are as good as this one. I really want to get Tommy the White Ranger now. So yeah, I do think he's worth the money. He is a little expensive. He's actually about the same price. He's actually a couple dollars over what Deluxe Transformer would be. Deluxe Transformer is like $15. This guy's like $17. Granted, price is up to per person, but honestly, I think he's worth it. With a nice paint and a lot of work they put into it, I'd gladly pay a couple extra bucks for a Power Ranger figure that's actually really nice, rather than, again, this crap. Anyway, I'm Nary Transformed. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you have a nice day. Take care.